Look, there are real environmental issues, and they know that humans are concerned about their environment. And they've been caught red-handed lying about global warming, fear-mongering people. It's come out in their own emails from the UN. It's all premeditated. It's all lies. And the big central banks are the ones financing it. And all over the country and all over the world, they're coming in and saying, oh, it's green energy. We're going to double your energy prices. And all this is another tax. They're taking over health care as a new tax and cutting the amount of care you get. And I've been telling you about this the last few months. They did it with really no public discussion. Austin Renewable Energy Plan sails easily through. Austin American Statesman program would make city among the nation's greenest, but cost concerns persist. Green means taking over your society, raping you financially. Here's another report from Austin Energy that has a monopoly over people's power. And, of course, that's why they'd come in and buy up private power companies and shut them off in the last decade, was to then now set up the gouging you're about to enjoy. And, again, this is happening all over the country. Austin's energy carbon reduction plan calls for CO2 emissions, which plants breathe, to be reduced by a greater amount than what the American Clean Energy and Security Act of 2009 calls for, also known as the Cap and Trade Bill. And it says it will increase prices and cost $2.6 billion, says Austin Energy customers should expect to see slight rate increases, $2.6 billion, more than all taxes combined each year. So that's what's going on. Meanwhile, Gore takes cash from water campaign from chemical firm. They're making water artificially scarce, shutting off the water, training you to pay more for it. Environmentalists condemn former vice president for letting controversial company fund Life Earth. And then I've got another report here where they're talking about putting a big tax on all British fruits, flowers, anything shipped in, because it's sucking water out of the planet. UK relies on virtual water from drought-prone countries, says report. And what's one of the only industries in Kenya, other than safaris and nature tours? Water embedded in imported goods puts severe pressure on areas already short of water. One of Kenya's main exports is roses. Sorry, you're not going to have jobs. And that's why the third world had been promised all this money from the West under the cap and trade. When they got the Copenhagen Treaty back in December, remember this on the news? The third world said no because it not quite double, but right at doubled the amount of taxes they've got to pay. And what's in the White House Science Czar's own textbook? What does the Times of London report? Billionaire club and bid to curb overpopulation. They say we can't let the third world become industrialized. We've got to forcibly reduce their population. But once a nation industrializes, the population drops. Europe only has a 1.3. The U.S. only has a 1.3 population replacement rate of original population. Third world populations replace us. So actually industrializing would make them not have as many kids, but they just want to kill them and then not let them have industry. This is all about control, and that's in the Royal Commission on Population report when they first set up this plan in 1949, and that's been declassified. We have State Department Memorandum 200, where Henry Kissinger said, we'll start wars, we'll start famines, and we'll secretly fund third world countries to cut their population by 50% or they won't get IMF World Bank money. And now the U.S. is going under IMF World Bank control.